My name is Maurice Johnson. I was drafted into the Army on March 1942. I got my basic training in Camp Roberts, California. And when I was there, I was in the hospital for 33 days with a appendicitis operation.
Oh, jeez.
They kept me in so long because I couldn't go back to work.
Okay.
And from there we went to Angels Island for about a month. And then we
Where was that located at?
That's in San Francisco Bay.
Okay.
From there we got shipped back to Camp Shelby, Mississippi. We was there about 3-4 months, I guess. And then we went to maneuvers in Louisiana for about 2-3 weeks. Then we got pulled out of there and went to Governor's Island in New York. We shipped to Oran, Africa. And we was there about 2-3 weeks. Then we went to southern Italy, right below Rome, right below.
Sicily, someplace?
Yeah, Sicily. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
No?
right by Salerno.
Okay, Salerno.
Then we went up the boot till we went through Rome, and we got pulled out of there.
Now, what did you do? Were you infantry?
I was in the field artillery,
Artillery, okay.
and we got pulled out of there and went to southern France. And we went up to France. We went into Germany, and we was in Munich, Germany, when about the time the war quit, I guess. Then we went up to. We got permission to go up to Dachau concentration camp. That I remember that the best.
Oh, you went through there?
We went up there. When we were going up, the prisoners were coming out on one side of the road. We were going up on the other. And we got up there and we could see it was used pretty heavy up there. It's way overcrowded.
Why'd you have to ask permission to go up there?
We got permission to, well, because the war had just go over with, and a few guys wanted to go up there and see him, and I was driving a Jeep and I drove him up. And we got up there and the furnaces were still warm. They were cremating a bunch of bodies, I guess. And we saw a pile of bodies on the right of us when we were going in, piled up about 3 foot high, probably, I don't know, quite a bunch of people soldiers in there. And that's...
How much time did you spend at the camp? Just a day?
Hmm?
How much time did you spend there?
We wasn't up there too long. We was up there an hour or two.
Okay.
We didn't go back into the barracks. Some did, I didn't. We stayed in the kitchen a while, and then we got out of there. There was a Dachau concentration camp.
Yeah.
And before we got to Munich, we went up to a place along the Swiss border, and I think it was called Garmisch. And we ran into some prisoner of war, American prisoner of war up there, and they said that was the nicest place they were at. They were treated real nice all the time in there. It seemed kind of funny, I thought.
Yeah.
They didn't want to leave, really. They were treated so good.
And what was the name of that town again? You remember? Do you remember the name of the town?
That was Garmisch.
Garmisch.
And I never will forget that.
And that was in Switzerland?
That was in Germany.
It was in Germany,
right
okay.
along the Swiss border.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. All right. And then you stayed there for a while?
Then we stayed there for a while. Then we went up to Munich. And from Munich, we went up to Dachau concentration camp.
And then from there?
From there, we was called to go into Czechoslovakia to guard a Polish Polish camp of some kind. I don't remember now what it was. And that's when the war was over. It was over. The war was over then. And then we
Did you spend much time in Germany after the war, or did you come home right away?
we come well. We stay. I don't really remember.
Okay.
That's quite a while ago.
Yeah, I suppose. Now, when you were in the artillery unit, how many times did you have to take incoming fire on yourselves?
Well, we got into quite a bit. We were in 5 different operations or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
I got the Silver Star, one for each. A Gold Star for each operation, or it ain't operation. They didn't call it either. But
You still have those at home today? You have the medals at home?
yeah,
Oh, okay. Anything unusual happen during your tour as in the artillery unit? Anything-
well, I know we shot a lot of rounds. I was in the service battery. I was hauling ammunition over to the guns was my job.
Okay. And that came by truck for you, or what?
With the truck, yeah.
Did you ever run out? Did you ever run out of ammunition?
No, not that I know
Okay, so they kept you supplied all the
of.
time.
Kept the supply. I think about the worst part when we was in the Anzio beachhead in Italy. We took an awful beating there. It was February, I think it was. We were calling for air support and we couldn't get it. It was cloudy, the weather wasn't right.
Right.
About 3 days we were really calling for, we needed help. Finally it broke and we got a bunch of planes over from all over that helped us out quite a bit.
Anzio.
Anzio beachhead.
Now, you were on a boat then, or what? Where were you?
We was, it was a beachhead there, but about 7 miles deep and 10 miles wide. We were there from
Okay.
January till May of 43, I think it was. And we tried to get out of it, we couldn't. And then they finally made a breakthrough in the spring, and we went up to Rome and up to farthest north we went was up to Pizza. We seen the Leaning Tower in Pizza. That's the farthest north we went.
Right.
Then we got called back to go to southern France.
And how'd you get into France then?
We took boats to. We took the boats over from Italy over to southern France. LST boats, I think they
Okay.
called them.
Okay. Where did the boats pull into?
We pulled into Marseille, France, if I remember right close to Marseille, France.
Did your unit take any prisoners of war?
One time I was on we were going down the road anyhow, and there was a woman had a soldier there. She wanted us to take him. We picked him up. That's the only prisoner of war that we took. We picked him up and we saw some officers up ahead. We gave the prisoner to them.
Why did she stop you? She just didn't.
She wanted us to take him. He wanted to give up.
Oh, okay. He wanted to.
Right alongside the road.
You remember what year that was? Well, that towards the end of the war then, or middle?
I don't really remember
Okay.
just where it was at even.
Oh, okay. Any other incidents stand out in your mind? It's kind of hard to pull that much information out from so far back. Any other particular, when you were firing the artillery, was there artillery coming back at you?
Well, we was getting a lot of artillery. When we was on Anzio beachhead there, we got they called it Anzio, a big gun shooting us at us. They'd pull it out from a tunnel on the railway track. They pull it out and shoot at us and then go back again.
Anzio, yeah, I remember.
We called it Anzio because it was really harassing us on the beachhead.
That was in a movie someplace, and Joanne. That was in a movie.
Was it?
Yeah, they talked about that
yeah.
gun. Did that gun finally get taken out, or what happened to it?
When we pushed out the engine, we captured that gun.
Oh,
They took it apart. We couldn't fire it or nothing, but it was on the railroad track. It was a big gun. I think it was I forget just how big it was. I think it must have had a 10-inch bore on it.
yeah, I've seen pictures of it. Who captured the gun?
We captured the gun.
Oh, your outfit did.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We went through there and it was pulled out and it was standing there.
I think that gun's in Maryland right now, at the artillery base in Maryland.
Was it?
I think I saw it there.
Oh,
I think. Angioanni, they call it.
We was on the 155 Long Toms, they called it.
What is that?
It's a big artillery gun.
Okay. No.
It shot the 155 caliber.
Oh, okay. So where were you then when the war ended?
When the war ended, I was in,
Chucks.
well, it must have been right around Munich, Germany,
Okay.
because the prisoners were coming out of Dachau about that time. I don't know.
Did you talk to any of the people coming out of Dachau? Did you talk to any people
No.
coming out?
They was on their side of the road. We come down. They were coming down one side. We was going up. It was a long string of them coming out.
Was it in striped uniforms, prisoner outfits, or what?
Not that I remember.
Okay.
They were just in very civilian coats, if I remember right.
Oh,
Right, different kind of clothes. We didn't pay much attention to them.
But Dachau was pretty big. Did you walk around the whole camp, or just
We
just part of
didn't. No, I didn't walk around the whole camp.
Okay.
We went in where the furnaces were, and we went through that building, and we went over to the kitchen.
Hmm.
But the barracks wasn't back at that yet, and we never went back there.
Okay. Anything else you want to relate to? Anzio was pretty interesting. Went up into Munich. Now, when the war ended, did you come home right away, or you stayed for a while, or what?
We stayed there for a while after the war. That's when we went over to Czechoslovakia and guarded a Polish camp. We were supposed to.
Was the Polish camp like Dachau?
No,
Oh.
it was.
German prisoner camp?
It wasn't a prisoner. It was just a bunch of displaced Polish. I think it was.
Okay. Why'd you have to guard them?
I don't know.
Okay.
That was our orders to go over to guard them. They were easy to guard. I don't know what the deal was.
And then after that, where'd you go?
After that, we went over to. I
Stayed?
forget where we got shipped out of it.
Did you ship out back home then?
Yeah, we shipped out right after that. I
Through.
think we shipped out of southern France again, if I remember
Okay.
right.
So how did you get to southern France? By jeep, train, car? Or
By train.
by train? Okay.
Yeah.
So that time everybody was going home.
Every time we was going home, yeah.
Okay.
We got transferred out of our outfit, then I joined the 10th Armored Division when I got discharged.
Reserves. Where did you get discharged at? What city? New York or where?
When I come home, we landed in Newport News, Virginia, and from there we went over to Michigan.
Oh wow.
I forget the name of the camp right now. Too long ago.
Yeah. Oh sure. Okay. Were you aware there was a German prisoner camp just east of Cass Lake, about 30 miles at one time?
I heard about it, but I don't know much about it.
Well, thank you for doing this.
Yeah.
We'll put it up on the website here shortly. We'll put it on the website very shortly.
Okay.
Thanks, Maurice.